This your boy Boss and welcome back to the channel, man. As always, I appreciate you guys coming through and checking out the vlogs, man. But today in the fish room we're working on is we'll be setting up a new guppy breeding project because I had recently picked up some guppies from the swap and they're currently right now with the shrimp down there. But I'm noticing that they're kind of like picking with the shrimp and I want to make sure that my shrimp do well. So I'm taking the guppies out of there and we'll be setting up into a different aquarium and getting that tank ready for breeding. So if you never bred guppies before or you want to learn how to breed guppies, this is definitely a video for you. I'm gonna show you guys what you need in the aquarium to be successful, to maximize your potential. So that's what today's video is about. And I also got to do some water changes down here because you know it's Sunday, it's a vibe day. I'm sitting out here watching football on my laptop and we chilling. And then we picked up 2 more tanks in the fish room too. So I'm gonna show you guys those 2 tanks and we probably get some water in, some dechlorinator in. I might throw some substrate, I don't know, we'll see. But that's what today's video is going to be about. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. All right, guys, so today gonna be a nice little chill vlog, man. Like I said, we're gonna be working on these guppy tanks today. I had recently picked up these guppies. Where they at? There they go, right here. These are my yellow tiger mosaic guppies. So I got 2 males in here. That's the male right here, and then these are the 2 females. But like I said, they're in here with these red cherry shrimp, and I want to get them out of here because I don't want to start seeing my shrimp disappearing. So I really want to breed these shrimp and maximize the potential of the shrimp. So I'm gonna get the guppies out of here, and I'm thinking about putting them in maybe this 10-gallon aquarium right here that's already set up. It got hornwood in it. It's already ready to go. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and move those guys over to here and get this tank set up for breeding and show you guys how I do it, because it's really simple to breed guppies. I mean, that's the easiest thing to breed pretty much in the fish hobby. But if you want to maximize the profit and have tons of guppies like I have down in this tank, you can kind of see all the hornwork that I have in there, and that is pretty much the secret to breeding the heck out of a lot of guppies. You need to have a lot of vegetation in your aquarium. So that's pretty much what we're going to be setting up, and I'm going to do that now. Let me get my nets. So I got my trusty net. We're going to start getting these little guppies out of here. It's not very many. I think, like I said, it's only a male, 2 males and 2 females in here. So let's see if we can get them out of here. I think I caught a shrimp in the process too. I think I did. Come on, shrimp. Get out of here, buddy. Alright. So we got our 2 males and some frostbit and some moss. We'll add that all down here though. Like I said, all my water is the same down here, same temperature, same water. All my tanks are the same, so I don't have to like acclimate them or drip acclimate them or anything like that to my aquariums. Oh, I think I still did put a shrimp in there. I might leave him in there just so he can help with a little bit of dang, I did leave a shrimp in there. It's all good though, we'll leave him in there. Maybe he can help out with cleaning up some of that uneaten food. Now where are the other ones? Okay, there's the females. Want all this dang hornwork up here. Where the other one at? There she go. Come here, baby. Yep, so we got both females and we caught some more shrimp, but that's all good. Let's go ahead and get these girls up in here. Get out so I can take the shrimp, put them back. Okay. Put this little shrimp back in here. So now they up in this aquarium. And they should do just fine in this tank. And we shouldn't have any issues. So, like I said, in order to have a successful guppy breeding project, you need a lot of vegetation. So this tank doesn't really have a lot of vegetation right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to this tank over here. And as you see, I have an abundance of hornwort in here. So I'm just gonna pull hornwort out of this tank. Just grab a nice mound of it. That's what I love about hornwort, man. I mean, like, this is literally my favorite plant, to be honest, because, you know, I do a lot of like live bearers or, you know, fish that need a lot of vegetation. So this is my go-to plant right here. And you just pull it out, rip it off, You get a nice assortment. Look how green and lush these plants are. So I'm just gonna add that into here. And there's some duckweed in it, but that's all good. It's more vegetation. So now we got a nice amount of duckweed, and we got hornwort in here, and we got some frog bit that made its way over too. So this tank is pretty much set up. I'm not gonna do too much with the substrate. It's just that you want a lot of plants in here, so that way when the fish start breeding, the babies have a place to hide. And good thing about this hornwort is this hornwort catches all the mold and all the nasty stuff that be in your tanks, and it helps filter your tanks, but it also gives the babies a place to have food, because all the mold that sits on the plants, they can just scrounge on it or eat it, whatever you want to call it, and they can get free food without you even having to feed the tank. So this is why I use hornwort. Look how beautiful these guppies are. These are some very, very beautiful guppies. So I'm hoping these guys take off and just start breeding like crazy, and we can separate them and stuff. So hopefully in the next month or so we'll have some babies out of these guys, and then we can take the parents out of here, raise the babies up, move the parents to another aquarium, and just keep producing. Because in order to have like a lot of guppies or just a lot of babies period, you need bigger aquariums. So you got to separate the fry from the parents after a while, because like this tank over here, for example, that has my so I need to wipe the glass off, but we got some metalhead guppies in here that are definitely starting to color up and get their color. I had them outside all summer, but you can see the color that they're starting to get. So hopefully I got a male and some female. I got like 5 of them in here, so hopefully we get a pair out of these 5 and we can keep that going. But like I was saying, I got these swordtails that's in this aquarium, and they hide back here in all this plant work, but they're starting to get to a point where I'm not seeing any more breeding, because I believe that I just need to take the parents out or separate the fry. They're just kind of at a standstill right now. We got probably about 3 or 4 generations in here, but we just at a standstill. So I'm going to be separating these guys. Eventually you can see all of them back here. Let me see. Yeah, they all hiding back there in that plant. And they love this setup right here. You see I got all the hornwort, all this rock work. I mean, they love this aquarium. So I think I'm going to be separating some of them, so that way they can do a lot more. That's pretty much what I'm gonna have to do with these guys. Once they start breeding and they get 2 or 3 generations in, you gotta separate them. Otherwise it's gonna be at a standstill and they're not gonna keep producing. So that is pretty much it on how to set up a guppy tank. You definitely can put in like some almond leaves. Let's try that. Let that float in there for a while, then it will sink, and then we should be ready to go. But I'll definitely give you guys an update on these fish and how they do, and hopefully we can have 1 million of them in no time. Then next summer I will be taking these guys outside, so hopefully by the summertime or the springtime we can have a bunch of these guys, and we have them outside. We can start breeding the crap out of them. But these are some very, very beautiful guppies, and this tank already got mold, and they see they eating on the mold and stuff right now anyway, so it's ready. It's been up and running for months. That sponge filter down there is like 3 years old, so this tank is ready to go. Now that we got that situated, let's talk about these tanks over here. Now, if you guys remember, I had ran a bead on a 30-gallon long and a 20-gallon long, but we went ahead and just scratched that. And my buddy, we picked up 5 new tanks yesterday. He got about 5. No, we picked up 7 new tanks yesterday. He got 5 and I picked up 2. So we got these 2 new 20 longs, and I added water in them yesterday just to see if they hold. Make sure they hold and stuff, and then once I know they hold in water, I'm gonna clean the glass, because the guy we got this from, hopefully I can go do a tour of his spot. He's like a shrimp breeder in my area, and he literally gave away 7 tanks for like $35, bro. So I pretty much got these tanks for what, $5 a piece, if that, and I couldn't pass that up. So now we got 2 more 20 longs, and I don't know if I'm going to escape them or I want to do bare bottom, because these tanks are going to just strictly be for growing out babies. I'm at the point now in my fish room where I have tons of babies and fry that need to grow faster, so I'm gonna be using these tanks for grow outs. But the tanks seem to be in good condition, holding water, that's always a plus. Filled this one up all the way, but I didn't fill this one. I use water out of this tank. Actually, I pumped water out of this tank into this one. Now I need to fill this back up today, so we'll be cleaning that and filling this back up. You can see all these guys in here doing good. They just definitely need a good clean. I have no problem growing algae, as you can see. I can grow algae any day of the week. That's just because these lights. So I've been thinking maybe I might want to move the lights up all the way up to the ceiling, just to see if that can help with some algae issues, because definitely I'm battling algae every day. Like I just cleaned this glass yesterday and look, algae there, algae there. So I mean, we fighting algae every day in a lot of these tanks. So I think I might move these lights up a little higher. Same thing with this side. I might move the lights up a little bit higher. I'm not exactly sure, but I love the lights because you can see how this pothos is growing. Like when I brought the pothos down here, it stopped right here. Now just look how long it has gotten, and it's already grown up another one since it's been down here. It's been a week. It's already sending off roots into the water down there. So I mean, the plants love the extra 5,000 lumens, but I don't think the tanks love it very much. But you can see a lot of the tanks are like cloudy, and then when this tank was upstairs, this tank was like crystal clear. But I also think it has a lot to do with the sand too, why it's the way it is. But I definitely want to like raise these lights up a little bit just to see the difference it makes in the algae, because you see how this tank got algae on it and stuff like that. And I barely run the lights. I only turn my lights on down here to film, but that's just how strong they are. So we got 2 new tanks in the fish room, man. Super happy about that. Can never go wrong with tanks, and it fits perfectly. So I'm gonna get these things all cleaned up and clear, drain the water out of them, fill them back up with some fresh water, probably add some substrate to them. I don't know. I don't want them to be bare bottom. I'm not really a fan of bare bottom tanks. Like I need some type of substrate, even just some regular little gravel or something. I gotta have some type of substrate. So I might get like a bag of gravel and throw in there and be done with it, and throw some plants in. We just gonna grow some fish out of here. Ooh, look at these guys out here. Definitely gonna do a water change on this tank today, that tank. I just got a lot to do, man, but let's get to it. So your boy done got a little smarter when it comes to doing my water changes down here. I went ahead and got this pump, and this is just a regular like power head that you can just get anywhere, and I use it for my water changes now. You can get a lot bigger pumps than this, but this is pretty cool. It moves water just as fine. I think how many gallons per hour? It's like 190 gallons per hour. So what I do is I hook it up to my hose, put this in the tank, and it drains the crap out of the water fast. I'm talking about in no time the water be gone and drained. So I'm glad I finally got a little smarter, because it was just like too much trying to like drain water down here, man. It's like ridiculously too much. It takes too much time. So I'm like, I gotta like speed up the process a little bit, because I don't want to spend all day cleaning tanks. So I had to speed the little process up a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's get this set up, and we're gonna drain probably about 3 or 4 tanks down here, do some water changes, fill up another one down there, and then I'm gonna end the video off with feeding some fish. So that's what we finna do. So within a matter of like I would say, in a matter of like 10 minutes, I done drained 1, 2, 3 tanks down here that fast within like 10 minutes. I mean, and I ain't wet, didn't get wet. So I mean, this is a great investment. If you guys don't have one of these to do water changes, please get you one. It's a lifesaver, bro. But I'm gonna go ahead and get some of these tanks filled back up, and then we'll go around feed some fish, because I know you guys want to see that. Everybody loves seeing fish being fed. All right, guys, so we finally got all our water changes done for right now. I went ahead and set up these 2 tanks. As you can see, we got some substrate in them. I added an internal filter into this one. It's already starting to clear up. I had some extra substrate laying around. You see it's like all mixed, even got some pink pebbles in there, but I just threw it in here just to have something. I'm definitely going to be getting some fish into these aquariums soon, because I got like some other fish that I want to grow out that are in the 10 gallons. So they're going to be going here. So we finally got them set up. It's looking good. No leaking. Everything is great. But let's go around feed a couple fish. We just thought about feeding these Africans too, because you know, gotta feed the Africans. I just get some of my Mike's Chow. They ready to go. It's like a feeding frenzy in here. It's crazy. Gee, I just got splashed. Did y'all get splashed? I just got splashed. They tweaking. Yep, did the water change on this one yesterday, so this tank is looking super clear. The glare don't help. It's a lot better in person than it is on camera, but there's nothing I can do about it. Those guys are good. I got this refrigerator down. I need to get it plugged up and set up so I can start having my frozen food in here, but just haven't got around to it yet. We can go ahead and feed these Discus. Just top them off the little water change, so that tank is looking really good. Just feeding a little flake food right now, and then I'll come through tonight and feed like some brine shrimp and stuff like that. But throw a lot of flake food in here. I heavy feed my fish. So you're like, oh, that's so much food. I heavy feed my fish because I feed them maybe once or twice a day, you know. So I just heavy feed, that way they can get what they get. And then with it being so much fish in here, especially with these angels, they kind of like beat the distance to the food. So try to like put a lot of food in here, that way the disc is, and even the clown loaches can down here can scrounge and get some food. So definitely looking good. I went ahead and added some almond leaves into this aquarium. They floating right now. Let's see if once they sink, we'll see how they do. I think it'll look good in here, so I went ahead and added them. I'm gonna feed these Daniels. These things are like exodons, like little piranhas. Look how they be eating. They do not play around about no food at all. And we did our little water change on these guys. They're growing up so fast, doing really good, really happy with these guys too. Put a little bit of flake food in there. And then I added some almond leaves in here too that just need to sink, and once they sink it should be all right. These guys might not be too hungry just based off of, just got done with their water change. Oh, spoke too soon. Look at them. They're definitely eating. That's a good sign, as always. Can't wait to move them to a different aquarium. Let's go ahead and feed these guys because they got to eat. Like, too many fish in here now too. And they just go crazy for the food in here. Tiger barbs. All these other fish that we got in here. And like I said, I heavy feed my fish. You know, that's why we do water changes. Heavy feed them. Make sure everybody eats, B. Everybody eats. Stay a little snack for today. Went ahead and got this tank filled back up. It's looking good. Just need to clear up a little bit. I had cleaned out that filter. So just need to clear the water up a little bit, and it'll be looking good. See if these exodons want to eat. Is y'all hungry? Turn their temperature up a little bit and see if that helps, because like I said, you see they're not really, they should be down there eating like them Daniels, but they're just not. So ever since I moved them down here, they just really not eating very well. So I don't know why. I'm gonna have to play with their tank a little bit, play with the temperatures and see what's going on, because they're definitely not eating the way they should be. So let's go ahead and feed these guys too, because I know they're gonna be eating. Doing good. I really like this filter. I got this filter from Walmart. They like the little Aquatics filters. This thing moves water, and it be having your tank crystal clear. I'm thinking I might invest in a bunch more of these to run onto a lot of these other aquariums, just to help with the clarity, because, you know, just for filming, really, like, I don't care if my tanks aren't crystal clear, because I breed fish and the fish are healthy, but for filming purposes, you want the tanks to be crystal clear. And this thing do a really good job. You can see how much water it's moving. And there's a lot of fish in this tank, and it keeps it crystal clear. So I might invest into a bunch of those. That's gonna be pretty much it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed today's content and you learned something. We got our Guppy tank set up. So hope we can start breeding those to the max. We got these two 20-gallon tanks set up. Super happy with that. Now I got more tanks to grow some fish out. I plan on getting a lot of more tanks too, but you know, everything takes time and money, so just gotta catch the deals when they come. So I'm not paying full price for no tank at all. I refuse to pay full price for a fish tank. So I'll wait till I catch a nice little deal on some tanks, or somebody donates some tanks or something like that. We'll get it set up. But that is going to be pretty much it, man. Shout out to the people who won the giveaway yesterday. I think 2 people reached out to me. I don't think the 3rd person haven't reached out to me. So if you haven't, make sure you reach out to me so we can get that thing situated. I will be responding to all the other 2 people and getting all the information and getting this stuff shipped out. So if your first time being around here, make sure you hit that like button. Got splashed again by these Africans. I'm trying to feed them while I'm talking to y'all. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you're new around here, and hit that like button, man. Let's get these videos to, like, we should be getting like 200-300 likes on each video. There's no reason why. So hit that like button. It don't take much. Just boop, hit that little like button and get it cracking. I think in my next video I was supposed to do a product review today, but I didn't get around to it because I had some other projects and ideas I want to work on. But we will be doing that in the next video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I'm definitely gonna have a promo code for you guys for that one, so just in case you want to tap into this heater. But if not, I'm gone. We'll catch you guys in my next video.